This is just to talk about some of the verbs that we've seen, and also to see if we can understand like the basic gist of the hadith. Alright, so the first part of this is obviously of any hadith is the chain, right? From who. So I didn't put like who the chain is from, who the companion was, but they all of the hadith, they start with or something similar to قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Right? قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم means Rasulullah said. Right? So قال is a past tense or a present tense verb?
Past tense.
Past tense verb, right? قال means he said, or he said. And then what is Rasulullah? It's mudaf mudaf ilayhi, but what is it in relation to qala?
It's the subject.
It's the subject, right? So who is doing the speaking? Who is saying it? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So here Rasulu is the subject of qala. Okay? And then why is it Rasulu instead of Rasuli or Rasula? It's marfu. The subject, if you go back to your notes on Jumla Fi'liya, the verbal sentence, you'll see that the subject is always marfu. We wrote that before. Okay? In contrast, what is the object? Mansub, right? It has a fatha. So here, Rasulu is marfu. It has a dhamma because it's the subject of qala. Okay, and then we said it's also mudaf mudaf ilayhi, messenger of Allah. So here Allah, he has a kasra. Okay, we're gonna not talk about sallallahu alaihi wasallam for now, but basically it means may the peace sallallahu alayhi, may Allah send peace or prayers upon him, alayhi. Okay, wasallam, and peace. Okay, may Allah send blessings and peace or prayers and peace upon him, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay. So that was the first part, Qala Rasulullah. Now we're going to the text of the hadith. This is in Arabic called the matan. The matan of the hadith, matan is like the text portion, okay? Whereas the portion before it, all the companions and all the tabi'is, all the ones who narrated it, is called the sanad.
It's really hard to read, especially for video.
You have the sanad, and then you have the matan. So the sanad in English you would say the chain, and then the matan, the text. So here in this one we didn't include the sanad, by the way. Alright, inna Allah.
Verily Allah.
Indeed Allah. Okay, so you have inna, which is a harf of particle of emphasis, and then what is the ism that follows inna? What's it called? Ism inna, right? And it's always mansub, right? Inna Allah, like we said, ghafurun, rahimun, alimun, azimun, right? So inna Allah, it has a fatha on the Allah because it's the ism inna. Okay? Khabar inna, right now we're not going to worry about it because this whole sentence is a khabar inna. So we're just going to, don't worry about that. Just know that Allah is the ism inna for now, okay? But now we get to the main part of this. La yanzuru ila suwarikum wa amwalikum. Okay? So you have la, which is a harfu nafi. It's a particle of negation. It means it's denying or negating whatever comes after it. What's yanzuru?
Look at.
Looks. Right?
Yeah.
It's from the verb is from nazara, which means he looked. And it's in the first column, right? I think, yeah. So it's in bab nasara, which means that when it goes to mudari, when it goes to present, it becomes yanzuru. Yanzuru, he looks. So nazara yanzuru. Let's do the conjugation really quick for nazara past tense. Ready? Nazara.
Nazara.
Nazara. Nazaru. Nazarat. Nazarata. Nazarna. Nazarta. Nazartuma. Nazartum. Nazarti. Nazartuma. Nazartunna. Nazartu. Nazarna. Okay? Alright, and then yanzuru is he looks. Ready? Yanzuru. Yanzurani. Yanzuruna. Tanzuru. Tanzurani. Yanzurna. Hunna. Remember? Yanzurna. Okay? Anta. Tanzuru. And then tanzurani. Tanzuruna. Anti. Tanzurina. Anti. Tanzurina. And then antuma. Tanzurani. And then tanzurna. Anzuru. Nanzuru. Okay? So just, if you can, sorry, not yanzuru. Yanzuru. So if you have yanzuru, you can do the 5 in your pocket really quick, right? Brother Ala, can you do it?
Yandaru, tandaru, tandaru, andaru, nandaru.
Nanzuru, right? And Brother Najmul, what is they all look, a group of men?
They all look.
Yes. They are, sorry, they are looking. So it's in the present tense, so it's yanzuru, but with a group of men. And you're going to keep the yanzuru, but you're going to add an una.
Yanzuruna.
Yanzuruna, okay? And Sister Shireen, what would it be? You look, one man. Anta? Tanzuru, right? It's one of those 5 in the 5 in your pocket. And Brother Najmul, what, for Brother Anwar, what would it be? We all look. We are looking.
Nanzuru.
Nanzuru, right? Because of the noon. And Sister Zahra, what would it be? You all, a group of men. I'm talking to them. Antum. Tanzuruna, right? Hum yanzuruna, antum tanzuruna. Okay? But here we just have yanzuru. Okay? So when we have inna Allah la yanzuru, what does it mean?
Indeed, Allah will not look.
Will not look or does not look, right? So we said it could be present or future. The mudari is considered present or future. So you can say this is doesn't look, like he's not looking now, or he will not look in the future, right? La yanzuru, and then ila is a harf jar, right? It means to, look to. What's suwarikum?
Your image or your appearance.
Suwarikum, it means your image. What's the singular of, so the word is, it's suwarun, which means images or forms, or like faces, or just like shapes, like the way you look, basically. I mean,
Appearance.
The way, your appearance. That's better. Appearances. Okay. What's the singular for suwarun? It is suratun.
I thought it's true.
Surah.
It's true.
It's tamurbuta suratun. So suratun means form, image. Surat, right? Suratihal.
Yes.
Surat.
That's good.
Appearance. And remember, this is different from suratun. What's suratun with a sin?
The
Chapter.
Chapter.
Quran, yeah, it's from the Quran. Suratun. But suratun, saw, is
Yes.
form, image, or appearance. It can also mean, well, I don't know, face, or like just your the way you look, like it's like the way you look. So the singular is suratun. The plural, all of these, by the way, are plural. Suwarukum, amwalikum, qulubikum, a'malikum. These are all plurals. But we're going to talk about them when we get to them. So suwarun, but this is not suwarun. This is suwarikum. So what's suwarikum?
Your image.
Your images, right? So who is the Prophet ﷺ talking to?
All human
All
beings.
The Sahaba, or all whoever is listening to this hadith. He's saying your images, so he's addressing anyone. Allah is not looking at your images, basically how you look. Okay? So he used the plural of suratun. Suwarikum. And why is it ra with a kasra?
Ila.
because of ila, right? Ila is harf jar, so the ism is
Majrur.
majrur, right? Harf jar, ism majrur. And we always say whenever you see this, just put a parentheses on that harf jar, ism majrur, right? So you know that this is one thing. All right, we're gonna keep going. So he's not looking at your images. Wa and amwalikum. Someone other than Brother Ala, tell me what amwalikum.
Deeds.
No.
Amal.
Amwal.
That means your deed.
Allah doesn't look at your deeds?
No.
Ooh.
Good deed.
That's deviant, brother.
You're a little bit hasty. You're talking about the next one.
Maybe if you tell them what the singular is.
Well, let me tell you the singular.
Which
So
one?
the plural is amwal.
Amal.
Amwalun. Okay. And then the singular is malun.
Or which as well.
Wealth.
Oh.
Wealth. Mal.
Mal.
So the plural is amwal. Riches or wealth or pattern of af'al. Alright, so basically what is it saying? Allah is not looking at how you look and how much you have or earn. Alright, walakin.
But.
Alright, just a side note, this walakin is not like lakinna. So there's two buts that we need to know about. Okay? There's lakinna, which is a sister of inna, which gets an ism and a khabar. The difference is that this lakinna has a shadda on the end. But this one, lakin, has a sukoon on the noon. This one has a shadda, this one has a sukoon. This one you need ism and khabar. Okay? Like if you say, huwa ghaniyun walakinnahu shaqiyun. He is rich, but he is evil or not good. But this one, you don't need that. So it's just walakin, it's just harf. It just means but. Okay. So walakin yanzuru, it comes again. So we already talked about it, right? It means
He looks.
he looks.
So
By the way,
lakin and lakinna both same.
they both mean the same thing, but yeah, lakinna, you need an ism and a khabar. But in this one, it just means walakin, so it just means but. Going back to both these, yanzuru, where is so it's a verb, it needs a subject, where is it?
Hidden.
Allah.
Hidden.
Hidden.
It's,
Allah.
it's not hidden,
No.
but it's basically pointing to Allah.
Allah.
Right. Yeah, you can say it's hidden.
I thought it was just analyzing the verb by itself.
Yeah, it is, but you need, but if someone asks like where is the subject, like who looks or who doesn't look, then you say that it's Allah. Alright, yeah, walakin, but he looks. So now it's talking about what Allah does look. Ila qulubikum wa a'malikum. So what's qulubikum? Someone other than
Your heart.
is it heart, one heart, or how many hearts? So the word is qulubun. Remember we said these are all plural. So instead of heart, it's
Hearts.
hearts. Hearts. The singular is qalbun.
Tabibun. Qalbun.
Qalbun.
Good word association.
Tabibul qalb, heart doctor.
Heart down.
Qalbun is heart and qulubun is hearts. Pattern of fu'ulun. Okay. And then Brother Anwar, what's a'malikum?
Amal means your deed.
Deeds. There you go. A'malun means deeds. What's the singular?
Amen.
Amalun. Amalun means action. Amal also can mean like
Operation.
job or work. Yeah. Shu amaluk.
It's also used in the operation.
Operation. Okay. So the whole thing in English would be what? Sister Tahira?
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not look to your images and your will, but He will look to your intention or heart and,
Hearts.
and deeds.
Hearts and deeds. Right? So Allah looks at your hearts. Basically, you're right. Intentions or what you feel, or like, you can do a good deed, like you can help someone out, but in your heart you hate that person and you don't want anything good for them. You're just doing it so other people see it. So that's a bad intention or a bad, that would count as something negative. Okay. All right. So let's go. Come back at 8:55, and then we will pick up from lesson 7. Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. All right. Any questions on this hadith? It's a lot of stuff. Was it good?
Good.
Yeah.
We need like this kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll try to pick some
Yeah,
more.
inshallah.
Also, just notice that all of these 4 words, they're all majroor, right? So whenever you have a harf jar, like ilah, the ism that follows it is always majroor, right? But what about here, like amwalukum, amwalikum, it doesn't have ilah before it. So why is it still majroor? Amwali. Right? Ila suwarikum we understand because it's harf jar, ism majroor.
Right.
But here is just ism majroor. So where's the harf jar?
Because of conjunction and.
Because of the and, exactly. So the and basically whatever this is basically an addition to this. So it goes to both because amwalikum is basically, it's called mawtufun ala suwarikum. It's in addition to suwarikum. It's not the same exact thing as suwarikum, but it's added onto it. Okay, so it follows the same rule as suwarikum. Alright, so we finished on the dialogue until...
No, we didn't finish.
Well, we went up till the parentheses, right?
Yeah.
We read up until the bell rings.
One question. Suarekum, plural is suratun, so why is not suaretikum?
The plural, the singular is suratun, and the pattern, the plural is on a broken pattern.
Plural is
Suwarun. The pattern. This is one of those 8 patterns that we learned in book 1. That was it's called the broken plural. So it's on a different pattern. Okay. All right. So we read the line Yarinnul jarasu فيقوم مروان ويفتح الباب وتدخل أخواته. So what's يرن الجرس?
hold on 1 second.
We're on lesson 7.
That's
What is that?
bell rang.
The bell rings.
Bell rings.
Right, so it's all in the present tense. يرن الجرس. What's the past tense of يرن? Remember?
Yeah, I think
Bell.
Of yarinnu. So the original, the past tense verb is ranna. Right, ranna, and then it becomes yarinnu in the present. Alright? Fayaqumu, and what's yaqumu, the past tense of yaqumu?
That's
Qama. Qama means he stood. Okay, so Marwan stands, وَيَفْتَحُ الْبَابَ, opens the door, وَتَدْخُلُ أَخَوَاتُهُ. So this is where we stopped. And his sisters enter. Okay. Alright, so let's continue. Al-Banat, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Al-Jami'. What's Al-Jami'?
Plural.
Everyone. Al-Jami', everyone says, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, Al-Ab, the next line, Brother Najmul.
do not find mine yet.
Do you see the yarinul jarasu?
And
This is lesson 7. Go move right. Keep going. Yeah, lesson 7.
Seven,
Right?
yeah.
So here.
Yeah, right here.
Yarinul jarasu. We say assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Al-ab.
Al-Jami'u.
After al-jami'u.
Al-Bab.
Al-ab.
Al-Ab. Aina dhahabtunna ya banati.
Aina dhahabtunna ya banati. What does that mean?
Aina means where.
Where? And what is dhahabtunna?
Where did you go?
Where did you go?
Oh,
Ya banati.
banati, my daughters.
My daughter. Excellent. Right? Banatun is the plural of bintun. Right? Bintun is daughter. Banatun is daughter. So ya banati, my daughters. And dhahabtunna, is it present or past? Past tense, right? Dhahabtunna. Antunna dhahabtunna. Excellent. Brother Anwar, next one.
Al-bintu.
Al-banatu.
Al-banatu. Zahabna.
Liziyarati.
Liziyarati. Liziyaratil. Mudirati.
Okay, zahabna liziyaratil mudirati. So this one's a little bit tricky.
I went to
What's
visit.
zahabna?
Zahab.
It's not I went.
No. Zahabna means went.
We went.
We went.
Okay.
We went to visit.
To visit.
To visit a teacher.
What's al-mudira?
Principal.
Principal.
The lady principal.
Alright. What's li ziyarati? How many words is it?
There's two.
Two words, right? What's
Ziyara.
Li and ziyarati.
Okay, brother Ala is locked up.
Ziyara.
কিন্তু আমাদের বাংলার মধ্যে জিয়ারত শব্দটা এমন ভাবে হয়ে গেছে যে শুধুমাত্র কবরে গেলে আমরা মনে করি জিয়ারত করা, কিন্তু আমরা আর কোনো কিছুতে জিয়ারত মানে বুঝি না আমরা।
এখন যদি কারো বাঙালিকে বলা যায় জিয়ারত করে,
তোমাকে জিয়ারত করতে সে পুরাকে মারতে আসবে না, আমাকে মরে গেছে
তাই না ভাই? আল্লাহ
আরবি ওয়ার্ড তো খালি মানে ওই সবের মধ্যে ছাড়া কোনো কিছু আমি ইউজ করি না।
আমরা তো মানে না বুঝে ইউজ করি না।
Alright, where would we leave off? Ziyarati, right? So we're on the dialogue for okay. So this is two words. The first word is li, which is what?
Me, mine, I.
It's a harf jar. It means to, right, or belongs to.
Belongs to, yeah.
Belongs to. Okay. And then ziyarati is what?
Visit.
A visit, right? It's a noun, so it's ism majroor. Right. So harf jar, ism majroor. Together it's called jar wa majroor, right? So to a visit, so ziyarati, and then it says al-mudirati.
Lady teacher. Lady
Principal. Mudirati. Ziyarati al-mudirati. To visit of the principal, or visit the principal. Okay, so what's ziyarati al-mudirati? Grammatically? It's mudaf. Remember, ziyarati al-mudirati, just like Rasulullah. The only difference is that here the mudaf has a kasra due to the habjar. So it's not ziyaratu, it's ziyarati because of the li. Okay? But it's still mudaf ilayh. Alright, Sister Shireen, next one. أمشيتن أم ذهبتن Okay, this is interesting. What's أمشيتن?
Did you walk?
Did you walk, right? So what's the verb? We haven't done it yet. We haven't seen it yet, but it's masha. Masha means he walked. And we can't we haven't explained how to do the first 5 like huwa. We know huwa, but not huma, hum and hiya, huma. But once we get to hunna, we can do all of them. So hunna is, if I told you mashayna.
That's because you're saying it's because it's a weak verb?
Yeah, it has a ya. But once it gets to hunna in the past tense, you can do all of it. Mashayna, what's anta?
No. Hold on.
Mashayta, mashayta, mashaytuma, mashaytum, mashayti, mashaytuma, mashaytunna, mashaytu, and mashayna. So mashayna is we went. But he's asking, mashaytunna, because he's talking to his daughters. So he's going to say antunna mashaytunna. So he's going to say, did you walk or?
Went with walk by car.
Did you go by car, basically saying, did you drive or did you go by car? So ذهبتن بالسيارة. Okay? So this is how the different pronouns, this is how different harf jars can be used with verbs. ذهب is a complete verb. It doesn't need a object, or it doesn't necessarily need it. You can just say ذهب, he went, right? But you can say ذهب إلى مستشفى, he went to the hospital, بالسيارة, with the car or by the car. So you can add different harf jars to enhance the verb or give more information about the verb. Okay. Sister Tahira, next line.
Al-banati.
Banatu.
مشينا لأن بيتها قريب.
Hold on. لأن بيتها قريب
من مدرستنا or tuna.
What's right before madrasatana?
Okay, min madrasatina.
Tina. So if you have a pencil, put a kasra under the ta.
Huwa
Baina.
Huwa bainal masjid wal madrasati.
Huwa bain al-masjidi wa madrasati. Okay, this is 2 sentences. So let's look at the first one. What's mashayna? We just said?
Yeah, we walked.
We walked. What's
Li
li'anna?
Because,
right? Li'anna is a sister of anna. And then what happens to the ism that follows li'anna? It's mansoob. So it's li'anna baytaha. What's baytaha?
Her house.
Her house.
Her house was close.
Is close.
Or is close from the school.
What's madrasatina?
Our school.
From our school. So we walked because her house is close to our school or from our school. Okay, what's huwa bain al masjid?
That is.
Huwa is, here it means it. So what is it referring to?
House.
The house of the teacher, right? Baitul Mudiri.
It's in between the masjid and the school?
It's between the masjid, or basically midway, or between the masjid and the madrasa. Exactly. So baina is al-zarf.
In between, middle.
So the ism that follows it again will be majroor. Okay? It's a harf. It's a harf, it's a particle, and it makes the ism that follows it majroor. So masjidi should have a kasra, and madrasati should have a kasra.
Adverb is harf jar.
Sorry?
Adverb baina is an adverb.
It's a harf. It's a zarf.
It's a jar.
Yeah, and the thing that follows this is mudaf ilayhi, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so al-ab, we still have a few lines. Let's finish. Brother Ala, al-ab.
أوجدتنها في البيت
Awajad.
تونها
Mm-mm.
أوجدتنها
Awajadtunnaha.
في البيت.
Okay, what does that mean?
Did you all females find her in the house?
Did you all find her? So this is a verb that I don't think we've come across yet.
Yeah, that's what I asked in the beginning.
Wajada.
Right?
Wajadunna.
Wajad.
Tunna.
Wajada means he
Found.
found.
Which column it will be, do you know?
This one's actually a little bit different. When it becomes he finds in the present, you actually drop the wow because it's weak, and you end up with yajidu. Yajidu. We'll talk about that
I will
later.
write in the box.
So because the wow is weak, yeah, it's not in there.
Okay.
The wow is weak, so when you go into the present, usually what happens when you go to the present, the first root gets a sukoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like yanzuru, the noon gets a
Yeah.
sukoon. Here, instead of saying yawjidu, you just drop the wow, you just say yajidu. We'll talk about that, inshallah. So, wajada needs a, if I say I found, what do you have to ask me?
Subject. An object.
Of an object, right? What did I find? So, if I, so wajadtunna, hold on, let's write this. Wajadtunna.
Right.
So, this has a subject, a verb, and an object. Tunnaha. So there's wajad, which is
Verb.
the verb. Tunna, which is the subject, and ha is the object. So you have fi'l, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. Fi'l, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. Verb, subject, object.
But wajad is he found.
No, wajadtunna. Wajadtunna is the whole verb.
Wajadtunna.
You antunna, you all found.
Wajad is just a verb with no.
Yeah, wajad, that's the verb. When you add the tunna,
Okay.
it becomes the subject. Okay? So did you find her in the house? Read the next line too.
نعم وجدناها جلس.
What's wajadnaha now?
We found her.
Yes, we found her. So instead of now they're talking, and they're not going to say wajadtunna, they're going to say we found. Wajadnaha. So this is again fi'l, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. Verb, subject, object. Okay?
جلسنا عندها ثلث ساعة وخرجنا من بيتها
من بيتها
في الساعة الخامسة.
خامسة.
خامسة.
Okay, this is a tricky one. This is a long one. Alright, jalasna we should all know what is.
We sat.
We sat. عندها.
With her.
With her, right? عند is a ظرف, right? No. Yeah, it's a ظرف. It's an adverb. So عندها, with her. جلسنا عندها, we sat with her. ثلث ساعة.
3 hours.
No.
1/3.
1/3 an hour. Thuluthun is on the pattern of fu'ulun. Those patterns with the numbers, they imply fractions. So thuluthun is 1/3. Rubu'un is 1/4. What's 1/5? Khumsun. And then sixth is sudusun. That one's a little bit different because it's sitta, but it's sudusun. And then seventh, 1/7. Sub'un, I think, and then thumunun, and then tus'un. Okay. All right. So this is thulutha sa'atin is also mudaf ilayhi. A third of an hour. Something of something. A third of an hour. Mudaf ilayhi. Okay. Wa kharajna means.
And we left.
We kharajna, we left min baytiha,
from her house.
From her house. If you have a pencil, put a kasra under the da for baytiha. في الساعة الخامسة. What does that mean?
The 5th hour.
The 5th hour. So again, notice how the numbers, they have different patterns. If you put it in the fa'ilun pattern, like khamisun, then it becomes 5th. It becomes like an ordinal number, right? Khamisun is, let me write this down. I'll just give one example with khamisun. Khamisun is fifth. In English we would say fifth. If I say khumsun, what does that mean now?
1/5.
1/5. So fifth, khamisun is the number. Like if I said someone came in fifth place, I would use khamisun. But if I'm saying I want 1/5 of that object or 1/5 of that amount, I would say khumsun. Okay? So notice how the patterns, the wazns, dictate how the verb is. Okay? This is the pattern of fa'ilun. This is talking about numbers, and then this is fu'ulun. It's fu'ulun, but here in khumsun it changed. You put a sukoon on the ayn kalima. Okay? So we left from her house in the 5th hour.
5th hour means what? 5 o'clock? Or what?
5 o'clock. الساعة الخامسة is 5 o'clock. Brother Najmul, next line.
What's the for ladder? Salim, right? Is it the same root or?
Is it salim? Okay, it might be. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. Sullamun though is stairs. Had a sabah this morning. Sister Shireen, next line.
يا أمي آفي
ثلاجتي ماء بارد. Oh my mom. What's في الثلاجة? What's ثلاجة?
The refrigerator.
Refrigerator. The fridge. So in the fridge is there ماء باردٌ means
Cold water.
cold water. Barid, remember from way back, lesson I think 2 in book 1. Baridun means cold, so cold water. Nahnu itashun, what does that mean?
We
Are.
are
Thirsty.
thirsty.
We are thirsty. Itashun is the plural of atshan. So remember, this is also book 1. So keep reviewing the notes every time you come to class for the key. Atshani.
I think
Is it atshanu? I think it's atshanu.
Yeah.
That might be wrong. But atshan means he is, or for him, one person, he is hungry. For a group of them, plural is itashun. Okay. I'll read the last line, we'll be done. Al says abshir. Abshir means good news. It's basically like
Happy.
word, happy news. فيها ماء بارد وعصير برتقال. So فيها means
In it.
in it, or there is ماء بارد, cold water, and عصير برتقال,
Orange juice.
orange juice. Okay. عصير is juice. برتقال is orange. So juice of orange. مضاف إليه. I think we gave homework like.
I did the homework.
The flashcards that you gave us that contain all these words.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Which you did in what?
But did I give? I gave like 6, 7, and 8 for exercises, right?
yeah.
Last time you said just do the worksheet.
Yeah.
Hard.
But okay, for Friday, do exercise number 3. So exercise number 3, it just asks you to answer some questions. It asks you questions, and you just have to make up some answers.
Okay.
Okay. So exercise number 3, Jazakallahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum.
Do you create the